What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friends Parting in Hell. My name is Anthony, and I am joined today by Rudy. Now, for those of you that are watching on YouTube or I guess Spotify, I guess we'll put the video up on Spotify. But if you're watching, you're probably saying, well, is the Rudy in the room with us right now? And the answer is yes. Yes, he is, in fact. But we're going to do something a little bit different because Rudy has to do some traveling for work. He won't be able to be on this episode. However, he has sent me some things. So we talked, and we're gonna bring to you the same show that we had planned this week, but we're gonna do a little bit different.
Welcome. You've got
Rudy's algorithm.
Baby, it'll blow your mind.
All right, let's get into it. All right, so this is the first video that we got in Rudy's algorithm. It doesn't see, it gives me no preface for it. I have no idea what this is, so let's take a look and see. Let's try to figure out why he would want me to watch it. This is 2 minutes long, bro. Come on, dog.
It turned the Pentagon and the drive by the Trump administration to eliminate not just any efforts to promote diversity in the U.S. Armed Forces, but eliminate even any mention of diversity. At the end of January, the new Secretary of Defense, as you know, issued a press release with the headline, Identity Month's Dead at DOD.
What is this? Why are you sending me, Rudy, a 2 minute long news story from CNN, bro? Like, I get it, DEI, and the handling of DEI, it sucks, right? Like, that's no surprise. But okay, you know what? I'm gonna reserve judgment. I'm trusting you.
Banning any official recognition of Black History Month or any other minority groups in the military. But that, it seems, was just the start. Last week, the Pentagon ordered the removal from its websites any mention, photographs, or videos that, quote, promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, according to the Associated Press, more than 26,000 images, photographs have since been flagged for removal across all military branches.
Okay, 26,000 photo, like, what? Okay, so at this point, the question has to be asked: what do these people think DEI is? Because, and I'm saying all that to say in a roundabout way that if you have to remove 26,000 photographs and images and videos, your idea of DEI just means there's a person of color being represented here, or there's a person with a disability, or someone who identifies as not straight is being represented in that photo. I just can't I can't think of a reason to remove 26,000 photographs from this very small pool of agencies that he's talking about right now, right? The military, some government agencies. Like, I just don't understand where you get 26,000 photographs if you're not just being like, black guy, get him out of here, get that photo out of here. Oh, that person looks gay, get him out of here. Oh, that person wearing a rainbow shirt, get him out of here. Oh, wheelchair, bye bye. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but let's keep going because this is insane.
Unclear why this is a controversial photo, but it was flagged. It's a photo of an American hero, Private First Class Harold Gonzalez, who was born into a Mexican-American family in California. He won the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions during the Battle of Okinawa in 1945.
I have a cousin from Okinawa. Oh, look, and another. So just people of color so far. These are two black guys. And the other guy was a Latin guy. Wow. Okay.
This photo showing Black military personnel undergoing training at an Air Force base in Illinois during the Second World War. That was flagged for removal. Perhaps it won't be mentioned any longer in the official histories of the Defense Department, but lest we forget, the U.S. military was segregated until 1948. During World War II, Black men and women served in all branches of the armed forces while they were facing racism and segregation. It wasn't until 1948 that President Harry S. Truman signed an executive order banning segregation.
We went out there and we fought World War I, World War II. We were out there on the front lines. Part of German propaganda was to drop pamphlets that would say, American Negroes, this is not your fight. But if you do want to join the fight, join us and we will treat you right. Obviously, that was a lie. That was straight propaganda. But the point I'm trying to make is that we were fighting these wars. A lot of people would stay overseas because they knew when the war was over, they'd come back home to the same racist bullshit that they had been dealing with before the wars. Fucking America, man.
There's another photo apparently flagged for removal. Air Force Staff Sergeant Christina Scales in 2009. That's when the photo was taken. She's performing a pre-flight check before departing on a mission in a C-17. Why this photo is worthy of purging from the Pentagon's public records is unclear. Apparently, anything related to gay service members is now also to be purged, including this photo of the B-29 aircraft.
I just want to say I called this. I don't know how. I was like 10 seconds in. I was like, 26,000. That's a lot. That's very telling. If you engage with America as a person of color, as a person who's not cis hetero, as a person who suffers from some kind of debilitation. It's very telling. That number was just, whoa, that's a lot. Like, and then knowing this administration, just being aware of the way you're perceived in this country. I saw this for 10 seconds and I knew exactly where it was going.
That dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, August 6, 1945. Now, why would an aircraft be flagged for removal? It appears because the name of the plane is the Enola Gay. It was named after the pilot's mom, Enola Gay Tibbets. But the mere mention of the word gay has someone in the administration clutching at their pearls.
I honestly, man, I don't have much more to say. I think I've already said it. I just feel like it's one of those situations where if you are a person of color in the country, if you are not straight, white, Christian, the next 4 years are going to be rough. They're going to be tough, man. So I don't know, man. Try to stick together. There's strength in numbers. There's power in numbers. Stick together. Make your voices heard. Do not depend on the Democratic Party for shit. I think we're in this alone. So it's on us. We're gonna have to get a gun and then legally go out if you're an able-bodied person and you're hearing the sound of my voice and you resonate with what I'm saying. Just go get yourself a gun. Do like Nas said. Get yourself a gun. Make it legal. Make it registered. Learn how to use it. You got 4 years, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just anyway. Let's. That was heavy, Rudy. That was. Why would you do that? All right. Let's see what else he's got in the algorithm for us because that one was tough. Um, Starting off strong. All right. Next up, we're gonna do another from Rudy. His algorithm. And let's see what we got. This one's from TikTok as well. I would say that means it's going to be fun, but the last one was from TikTok, and that was absolutely terrible. Oh no, this is from Reddit. Okay, this is from the community. Oh, it's from TikTok cringe. Fuck, Rudy. Okay, so this is from the Reddit community, TikTok cringe. I don't know what it is. Let's go ahead and share screen, and we'll get into it, I guess. Okay, so the video says video games for life. Women can pound sand. Well, I've got news for you, buddy. We'll be talking about Bonnie Blue later, and she is literally in Cancun pounding the sand off these niggas. We'll get there. We'll get there. This is.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, this is Reaper, and I am back with another announcement. All right, all you bitches, all you females, all you women, if you are coming to my page looking for a relationship, go fuck yourself, because I am not leaving my video games for no bitch. I'm sorry. Video games are my priority. Women are nothing but cancer and a total disgrace to this fucking society. I'm sorry, but you girls are not of interest to me. I don't know how many times I can say that without actually.
Hang on. I like the. His confidence is through the roof. It's saying, don't come at me because I am not interested in you. So he is already, you know he's a gamer because he lives in a fantasy world. He's already he he lives in a fantasy world where women are beating his door down to go for a date or have a conversation even. And I don't think that's very true, but I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. I don't think I am. Look, he has like a neck. He has a literal neck beard, and I don't. Do I have a neck beard? Oh man, I, this is all right. Reaper, bro, look like he's been dead for a while. All right, let's finish. Okay.
To going blue in the face, but I'm being factual. So please go fuck yourself. Find another man to bother. Do not be bothering men at fucking 4, 3, 2 a.m. in the fucking morning.
Who is hitting you up, Reaper, at 4, 3, 2 a.m.? Bro, ain't nobody trying to. Nigga, it could be 1 in the afternoon. Ain't nobody calling you, dog. I guarantee that. I don't know the delusion to create a video that's, and then put it out, to record it, to then watch it back, and then put it out. Where's your sense of shame, Reaper?
We actual normal people are actually fucking sleeping. Please go fuck yourself. Video games for life.
Okay. So he said we normal people, we all of us are sleeping at 3, 4, 2 in the morning. Um, brother, don't who is we? I gotta hit you with the Uncle Phil dog.
We?
That's just about the normal people thing because normal people don't get online and start ranting and raving at women who, like, non-existent as far as you're concerned. The women you're talking to, are they in the room with us right now? Like, what? What are you talking, bro? I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk. You clearly have had your fair share of bullies growing up. I don't want to be another. All right. So what I'm gonna say to you right now, Reaper, just rethink that. Rethink that stance a little bit. All right. If a woman calls you at 3, 4 in the morning, take the call. Just take the call. See what they're up. See what they want. You know, how can you be of service? And not because you want something out of it, but because I feel like you need a female perspective. And I feel like the only way to get that is to remove yourself from this hostile way of thinking about the fairer sex and becoming the kind of person who could actually have a friendship with a woman. See what you learn. See what you find out. I'm just saying, it feels like you're stick around, Reaper. I'm gonna dedicate the next Bonnie Blue segment that we do. I'm gonna dedicate this to you, okay, Reaper. I had a whole other thing I was gonna do, but I think I'm gonna talk directly to you. So I'm gonna stop about this video. We'll get back to you in a moment, Mr. Reaper. Just kind of let it marinate what I said, and I will try to find you so I could at least clip out something and send it to you on Reddit or TikTok as a private message or something because you need the help, bro. Like just olive branch. I don't want to yell at you. I don't want to make you feel bad. I don't. I don't. I just want you to know the things you were saying were bad. Your perspective is wrong, and there are women out there that will fuck you. So we'll get to that in a moment. All right. Let's move on to the next. Rudy's algorithm. There's only one more in the Rudy's algorithm section. So this is the final Rudy's algorithm video. Let's see what it is. And it says Canada. President Canada, President Trump is coming for you. I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this. All right.
Young Canadian boy, how old are you? 25. Say it again. 25. Canada is a Commonwealth country where the age of consent, like Hong Kong, is just 18 years old. He's 7 years above the age of consent. And
25, fresh and young, 25-year-old. He's just breathing in that vitality, that jet black, gorgeous set of hair. He's just rubbing his hands down the man's, like, what red-blooded American Trump supporter is visiting this guy? What group of MAGA is keeping this guy in business? Is all that's my immediate thought after seeing this. It's like, I don't. Who is this for? Who is this for? Because if it's for who I think it's for, yeah, that's some splaining to do.
he has a single glorious stone button, my ... hand needle and thread pick stitching. Check out the peak of my pocket square, my signature pockets, a kissing ticket pocket, slanted pockets, pick stitch pockets, undersized flats, fully lined pockets. Look, a mini gauntlet cuff for mini man over here.
That suit is nice. I'm not gonna lie. The suit is nice. If he wasn't a Trump supporter, I would definitely visit this dude.
It's pick stitch, it's fully lined, a secondary button. I just love it. 4 buttons all overlapping on a fully functional cup. Even the tiny little boys from Vancouver Island get absolutely gift wrapped in my 4D fit. Let me open him up. He likes being opened up. He's actually a magician, so he
The way he said tiny little boys while rubbing that dude's backside. Who is this for, guys? That's all I'm saying. What's the message? What's the messaging here? All right.
believes in being opened up. I want to show you the glory of the inside. Now, this little man is very protective of his planet. Like he's very worried about getting slapped.
This little man is very protective of his planet. I wonder, Uranus, his ass. I mean, look at him go. He's got a fistful. He's got a fistful of this 25-year-old kid's butt. How does this relate to Trump? Says Canada, President Trump is coming for you. That suddenly takes on a completely different meaning. All right, so maybe I might have been quick to judge. Maybe this guy is actually taking a piss out of MAGA for the same reasons I was, which is they're super homophobic and they would not like President Trump's name being associated with this. But then again, you're an adult, you're consenting, be as weird as you want to, because we will accept you. And
said, please, just no slaps. Chinese massage is okay. I'm a white guy. I like the Chinese massage, but no slaps. So instead, since he's tiny, I'm going to pick him up. And I'm going to show you in my glorious 4D fit suit how I front squat this little man. You're so strong. A couple of times I am so strong. Ladies, the Caucasian ones are calling you. Come and rescue Mr. Canada here. Are you happy? I'm thrilled. Thank you.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. What? Hang on. Play that again.
Young Canadian boy, how old are you? 25. Say it again. 25. Canada is a Commonwealth country where the age of consent, like Hong Kong, is just 18 years old. He's
Now, I'm sorry, bro. Anybody that knows the age of consent of any place off the top of their head, you're a bona fide creep. Nah, no. We're gonna move on. All right, so that is the end of Rudy's algorithm. That was wild. That was a wild ride. Good job, Rudy. Those were I approve. I approve wholeheartedly. So now that we're done with Rudy's algorithm, I'm gonna unfreeze my brain, and we are going to dive into a little segment we like to call
We are men. We have sex. This is
Sex with Men.
Oh my god.
That's right. We are doing a Sex with Men segment. Unfortunately, it's just me, Sex with Man, but because Rudy is here in spirit and in video format, which we'll get into in just a few moments, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it Sex with Men. Now, in this segment of Sex with Men, we're gonna be talking about Bonnie Blue, who is currently on spring break and just apparently tearing it down. She's out there doing her thing. She's making waves. She's definitely making a splash, or I should say, the young college men that she wants are making a splash. So let's go ahead and look into. That's a bad transition. Whatever. I'll cut that. So let's pull up this story. Ugh, it's Daily Mail. I don't wanna. What is this? 18-month? What? This is under. Okay, so this is a sex. Okay, so this I I'm not gonna read anymore. This doesn't have to do with sex with men as far as this week's sex with men segment. But I don't want to say anything. I don't want to show it because I would love to have this conversation with Rudy for another sex with men segment. So I'm not gonna say anything about what this is. I'm just gonna close it, and we're gonna get into Bonnie Blue on spring break. Okay, so Bonnie Blue is she's decided to go on spring break. Now, I want to preface this by saying that Bonnie Blue is a 25-year-old woman who is conventionally attractive, and she's on spring break. I remember when I was 25 and I was on spring break, and Rudy, you will remember this, and so will Jarvis, because this is the year that we were on spring break. This is quite literally our last spring break. And one of the reasons why I said it was going to be my last spring break is because I was partying, I was having a good time. We all were, right? We were all doing our thing, having a blast. And I've been chatting up a few girls and, doing, yeah, it was all good. Long story short, I went to the bathroom, right? I'm in the bathroom and I'm taking a piss. I'm by myself. I'm not with the boys. The boys are out doing their thing. They're still chatting. They're still having beers. They're still doing their stuff. So I go to the bathroom, taking a piss, minding my own business. As soon as I'm done taking a piss, I go to wash my hands. This other guy comes out. He's with his group of friends. They walk into the bathroom. And they see me standing there washing my hands. And they're like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then they say one or two things to me. I forget what they were specifically, but the one thing I do remember was they asked me my age. And I said, "Yo, I'm 25. How about you guys?" They're like, "Oh, 21, 22, whatever." And then one of the guys go, 25? Shouldn't you be like starting a career, looking for a wife? Like, why are you out at spring break? Do you think you're a little too old for that? Blew my mind, bro. Blew my mind. I literally left the bathroom, and Jarvis can tell you this. I left the bathroom and I went out to tell Jarvis, and I was like, bro, I don't know if I want to be here no more. Somebody just asked me how old I was. I said 25, and the look of disgust that he gave me. It wasn't even like he was trying to be funny or be mean. He was literally disgusted by it. He was like, bro, what are you doing with your life? Like, it's our time to party, but by 25, you ain't catching me at spring break trying to hit on young girls or women. I wasn't that old, all right. But yeah, so it was all that to say, good on you, Bonnie, for having a much better reception to spring break as a 25-year-old. Bonnie Blue is causing straight up pandemonium after showing up to spring break and vowing to fuck every small dick college bro in sight. Reaper, she's talking to you, bud. She's talking to you, bud. Are you listening? Are you listening? Okay. So let's take a little deep dive into this. Now here's an article here, but I think instead of doing an article, let's just hear from Bonnie Blue what the plan is, right? Like there's an article here and there's plenty of pictures and stuff like that. And we could go through that and we could read text, but who wants to read? Who wants to? This is the age of the internet. So let's go check out some videos from Bonnie herself. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go to her TikTok because I've seen that she has one, or at least I think she has one. I don't know if this is her actual TikTok, but the videos are her. So whoever's TikTok this is, shout outs. You're doing God's work. If it is Bonnie Blue, shout out to us, please, because someone literally asked me on our first Bonnie Blue video where we discussed the whole taking 1,000 men in 12 hours. Someone literally asked me, how do I get in touch with Bonnie Blue? I would like to be a subject. You know what? Let me see if I can find a comment for you guys, and I will read it verbatim because I don't want to put words in this poor man's mouth. So let me take a little quick aside to go find that because it really made me. And that was before doing this for Reaper. That was going to be my quest for this segment. I was going to try to find how to get in contact with Bonnie Blue so that I could send a message to her on this gentleman's behalf. I still might. It just won't be on camera. All right. So share screen one at a time. Rudy, is this what you got to do all the time, bro? This shit sucks, dog. I appreciate you so much more. All right. So yeah. So we're out here reforming lives here, right here. This person, I'm not gonna read their screen name because I don't want to do that. But it says, how do I participate in one? I've seen her host group sessions with seemingly random men. Should I just DM her? She's currently in Cancun for spring break. If I meet her, should I simply ask if I can join? Yes. Yes to all of that. Honestly, just DM her. Ask, can you join? If you're in Cancun, bro, yes, yes, yes. If that's what you're into, bro, go get you some. She's I'm not even gonna put words in her mouth. Just like I want to do this guy justice and read his comment, I'm gonna go ahead and let her tell you what she's doing out there on spring break because it's pretty fantastic. Just gonna say it's pretty dope. All right. If you ask me, I think it's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop sharing this and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find her page. We're gonna go and pull that up and we're gonna just let Bonnie Blue tell us how her spring break is going, what she's doing out there. And then I have a video message from Rudy that we'll play and then we'll have a discussion, I guess, based on that because I really don't know what he had to say about the whole situation. So I, for one, am a fan. I think he is too, but we'll see. Rudy's full of surprises. You never really fucking know with that guy.
Just a reminder, boys, let's get really hot and sweaty this spring break. 8th to the 15th, I'll be in Cancun, and then 15th onwards, Miami.
You hear that, Rudy? Miami. She's in Miami today, bro. Today is the 15th. Maybe that's why you're not here. Maybe you're out there getting some content. Oh, I like it. I like where your head's at. This head, not that one.
All right, so let's see what Rudy's got to say about Bonnie Blue and her spring break escapades, where she claims where she promises to bang every small dick college boy in her radius. So let's see what she's. I don't think I've ever heard her talk before. She's quite proper, but also filthy. And I've heard I only played that one for you guys right now, but I've heard some others, and I'll play some others for you if you're interested. Which why wouldn't you be? So I'll play those in a little bit. She is proper and filthy, and there's something just mwah about that. But let's see what Rudy's got to say. So I asked him if he was on spring break, would he be open to this kind of experience with someone like Bonnie Blue, with Bonnie Blue, and here's his answer. Let's see what he said.
would I bang Bonnie Blue if I was on spring break? So I have to turn the clock back and go back to 2009 2010 spring break Rudy, who was
Long time
a
ago, yeah.
completely different being at the time, and that version of me died that day. That spring break 2009, I died on the beaches of Daytona and never rose back from the water.
All right, so I just want to pause it and say that was the last. I just told y'all about the last spring break where I went in the bathroom, and and somebody said to me, "You're 25. What are you doing?" He's talking about that same spring break. He was there, so just wanted to like stories are connecting, and this is a video recording. We didn't talk about this, okay? This is a video recording that he just knows so well. God, good on you. Also, can I just say, my boy's handsome, dog. This is a handsome man. You're a handsome dude, Rudy. Big ups, bro.
I could never ever do or be that person again in my life. That just there's so much there's so much that was so wrong with that vacation. So fun, great memories. I'll always remember it. But I would seriously die. I would die if I were to do it at this age. Now, mind you, that's the person we're talking about. That I was willing to die to party. All right. I was willing to possibly kill myself all in the name of everybody's right to party. All right. So if I think about that version of me, 100% I would have banged Bonnie Blue. 100. Would I regretted it in the morning? 100%. I would have been like, oh, why did I do that? Why was I the 15th person in that line? Like, what the fuck was I thinking? That would have been exactly how it happened. I would have had a blast, and I would have woken up to enormous regret. That's my answer to the question if I would bang her on spring break. Because I would. I would. I would have. I would have.
Oh, good save there, buddy. Good save. I would have. That's a good save. I like that. I think I'm not gonna call my boy a liar. I'm not gonna call my boy a liar. Right? Yes, I think he would have banged her. I totally would have. I'm not gonna lie, and I would not have. I would not feel bad about it in the morning because here's the thing. Something I've always said to my friends growing up for as long as I can remember. As soon as I started having sex, wear a condom. Just wear a condom. Wear a condom, right? That alleviates a lot of the morning after weirdness and feelings and oh, why did I do that, right? Because for me, I think I made it very clear on this podcast. I've been in group situations. I've been in however you want to name them, and I know they all have different categories, and I know each one of these words mean different things, and I'm not just saying it to say that I've been in group situations. When I say I've been in a gangbang, I've been in a gangbang. When I say I've been in an orgy, I've been in an orgy. When I say I've been in a three-way, I've been in a three-way, a two-mans. I've been, I've done those things. I always stayed safe, and I made sure that if I was in those situations with people, they were being safe. So for me personally, I would have had sex with Bonnie Blue. I would have sex with Bonnie Blue on spring break right now if I wasn't in a happy and committed relationship with a son who is on the other side of this wall. Hey, bud, when you're older, we'll talk a little bit more about this kind of stuff. But absolutely. And I wouldn't feel bad about it because, look, the world is it's a shitty place, and it's been a shitty place for a long time. Sex is one of the few things, sex, self-pleasure, it's one of the few things that we can do that it's not taxed. It's not like, well, it could be taxed, I guess, but you know what I'm saying? Like, sex is one of those things that's free and it's freeing, and it shouldn't be bogged down by all these weird moral ambiguities and what other people think, right? So I feel like, to Rudy's point, yes, he would have banged her. I don't doubt that. That he would have felt bad about it in the morning because he was number 15. I don't doubt that either, but I also don't understand why. Right? Like, if you're being safe, you're aware that you're being safe and the person that you're with is also being safe? What's the problem? What's the problem? That's 15 other people you get to share that experience with. You guys got a cool story. Form a fucking club. I guess that's a long way for me to say yes, I would have sex with Bonnie Blue, and no, I would not feel bad about it. I would be one of those guys. And so to kind of underscore that, I have a little ditty of a video. Ooh, you like that, Ryan? Yo, I'm nice with it, dog. Nice in the mic. But I got one. I got a little something here. I just want to kind of take a look at it and see. Let's see what we see in it, right? It's not a long video, 7 seconds. So let's just take a look and see what we see with this video.
Okay, next up.
All right, y'all saw that? All right, that's Bonnie Blue, looking gorgeous, by the way. Just want to point that out. Looking absolutely stunning, saying, okay, next up. Let's count how many people walk into that room after she says, next up. Let's count the legs of guys walking in there, and then let's speculate whether or not you think they're going to wake up and feel shame.
Okay, next up.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Oh, a healthy 4 young men going in there for a chance, for their time. That's a beautiful thing to me, man. I'm gonna be honest. As a dude who was college stage at one point, I absolutely wish it was that easy. But if I'm on spring break, Reaper, you listening? If I'm on spring break and I had the opportunity to join 3 of my closest friends while we have sex with a woman who was far outside of our league, in a heartbeat, I would join that in a heartbeat. Up next, I'm next. Let's go. Come on, boys. We're going this way. What are you talking about? What are we talking about here, dog? Like, what kind of proved bullshit are we talking about here? To be ashamed of that? Bro, these dudes, I mean, granted, they didn't show their face, but you couldn't stop me from showing this video and being like, yo, those are my slippers. I got them right here. They're in the back. I promise you that was me, dog. I promise you, here are the slippers. Look, here's my towel. Here are the same shorts that are in the clip. I'm wearing them right now. I haven't changed since that day. Here we go. Yeah. I had sex with Bonnie Blue, and okay, stack up. Let's stack up, boy. You wanna clown me for having sex with Bonnie Blue? Show me the baddest baddie you had sex with. And that's where the conversation ends. Just being honest. So Reaper, you don't have to be alone, bro. At least not for a night, a couple hours, few minutes probably. But you don't have to be alone, dog. There are women out there that will fuck you. All right? And they'll do it in normal business hours. No 3, 4, 5 in the morning type stuff. Okay? So you can go back to gaming and staining your computer with Cheeto dust. All right? So that was a question I asked Rudy. Rudy was gracious enough to answer it for me. He was a good sport about it. But then I asked Rudy another question, which was, I asked him, has he ever had sex with a sex worker? He wasn't so thrilled to answer that question, but after some goading and a little bit of persuasion from yours truly, he acquiesced, and he sent me a video where he answered the question. So I'm going to share screens of that. I have not heard this answer from him yet. We're all going to hear it for the first time together. Okay, so let me pull that up, and then we'll jump into that.
Have I ever had sex with a sex worker? Despite my wishes, Anthony bullied me to do this, and I'm saying it right now. He completely, he staked our friendship from me not answering. He said, I will not be your friend anymore if you don't answer this. So this is the kind of person that you're listening to right now that does this kind of stuff to me.
You got to be persuasive, dog. You got to know your audience. You got to know your target. I used to be in sales. You got to know what your bargaining chips are, and I knew what mine were, and so he acquiesced.
To answer your question, yes, I have. In some way, we all pay for it, don't we? Don't we, guys? Don't we, fellas? We all we all pay for it in some way or another. Um, my experience was with someone that I knew outside of what sex worker. I didn't know she was a sex worker. I did know that she was a stripper, but I didn't meet her in the strip club. I met her outside of the strip club. I didn't know she was a stripper until we kind of got to know each other a little bit better. And I didn't have any qualms about that. I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's all good. And we weren't dating or anything like that. We were just kind of talking. But she decided one of our hangs was going to be at her job at the strip club. She asked me to come through and see her, and I said yeah. And this was kind of our second time meeting, and we were hanging out, and I did pay her for her time because I was like, I know she's working. I wasn't going to try to stay there long either.
I just got to pause to say, dog, I got good looking friends, bro. Dude's a good looking dude. I don't want to hear nobody talk about my sexuality from all this and me complimenting my homie. Like, women talk about how fat each other's asses are and how great each other look. Like, they can compliment them on their fucking camel toes. Let me compliment my man on looking well put together, looking like a dude who don't have to bang Bonnie Blue, okay? If he didn't want to. All right. So I just want to put that out there. You're looking good, homie. You're looking good.
But I was like, for the time that she's hanging out with me, having a drink, I'll pay her, and then I'll bounce. And then, well, what turned into just our hang turned into a conversation about like hooking up, and I was just like, really, I was like, what, here? Like, and she said yeah, and I didn't balk at it. I was like, all right, well, fuck it, and it wasn't fun because I was way too nervous. I was just like at the strip club, and I don't know. I just wasn't. I was into it, but I also wasn't. So I was like, but it wasn't like as fun as I thought it was gonna be. Not that it was like bad or nothing, but I just didn't enjoy myself. I was like too busy, like kind of looking all over the place. I'm like, like what's going on? And yeah, that's my experience, dude.
Okay. Thank you, Rudy, for sharing that experience in a strip club. That's I didn't expect it to go that way. Hear me out. I'm gonna go ahead and share my story because a part of the caveat for him telling his story was that I would tell mine. And so, have I ever had sex with a sex worker? Yes. Twice. No, that's wrong. 2 sex workers, not twice, multiple times. Now, the first one, and Jarvis, you will know this because you were not a part of the story, so I'm not going to say no more of that, but you will know this. And so the first one was, I didn't know she was a sex worker at all. It was somebody we met, somebody I met. It was somebody I met, and we hit it off, and we went back to my apartment, and we did what adults who leave a club at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I know that sounds lame. I was living in Daytona Beach. That's when the clubs closed. All right. So yeah, we did what consenting adults do. Now, with this person, it turned out to be a situation where we would casually hook up. Like if I was here in the club, we'd hook up. If I was here around town, we'd hook up. So we were just hooking up left and right, and this went on for a good 6 months to about a year, I would say. I forget who brought it to my attention. It was at an actual house party, though. I do remember it was at an actual house party that we were having, and someone pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I don't know if you mess with this girl or whatnot. I don't know what y'all relationship is, but I know she's your guest. You brought her here. I just want to let you know that she be selling." I was like, "Oh, word." Yeah. Okay, cool. I was smiling ear to ear. I thought it was I thought it was the biggest compliment ever. I was like, oh, you're telling me that this is a woman whose job it is to have sex for money, and she been sleeping with me for about a year for free. Bro, that was such a huge ego boost. Let me tell you, I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, all right. I was feeling myself, dog. Of course. What? Tell me this. So I'm the pleasure. I'm the pleasure guy. Okay, I'm not the pay me for my time. I'm the guy that you come see when you're done working and you actually want to get off. I'm gonna give myself a little round of applause for that. All right, so that was the first one. The second one, I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep it short because I'm running out of time here. But the second one was a little bit less flattering to me. So I was in Miami Beach. I lived in Daytona Beach. When I was 17, I moved from Miami to Daytona Beach. I wanted to be on my own. And I was living out there, but what I would do, because I missed my friends, I missed Jarvis, I missed Rudy, on the weekends, I would drive back to Miami because it's only a 3-hour drive, and I would hang out with them after work, and then I would come back home on Sunday. So I would leave Friday after work, come back home on like Sunday evening. I'd just hang out with the boys and, just dick around Miami and have fun. So uh, at one point, I decided I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go down to Miami, but I wasn't really gonna hit anybody up. I didn't want to hit anybody up. I just wanted to go see family and chill and not have to party because, like I said, we were partying pretty hard, and I just was like, I just want to see my mom, hang out with my brothers and sisters for a little bit, and then head back home. Right? So like a day trip. So I drive down to Miami. I see the family for a bit. And I don't know if you guys remember the whole Calle Ocho like porn trend that was happening where I don't remember if it was Bang Bros or some iteration of that previous, but there were porn stars or porns being filmed up and down Calle Ocho. Well, I had been a very big fan of those videos at the time. And so while I was in Miami, I was like, well, I'm not hanging out with none of the boys. I'm not, I'm with family and stuff like that. So when the night rolled around and I wanted to go out and do something, I decided I was going to go down to Miami Beach and I was going to look for a Calle Ocho-esque looking person to see if I could make something happen. Right. So that's what I did. I went out to Miami Beach. I went to a bar and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the bar, but I do know it was like, I want to say it was started with a W. It might even have been the W. They had like a hotel and not hotel. They had like a pool down in the area. I've been there many a time with Jarvis and with Rudy. But it's anyway, the hotel name isn't important. I was at the hotel, which and I guess what I was trying to say was that this hotel wasn't just a hotel. It was a hotel with a an outdoor nightclub that would happen at night. The bar, the DJ, the pool, like it was popping, right? So you could go there, you can hang out. So I went to this bar and I sit down, I start ordering, I start having a drink here and there, and I see a woman that I'm interested in, and I approach this woman who I'm interested in, and we dance for a bit. I ask her if she wants a drink. She says yes. We go back to the bar. I buy her a drink. Now, I'll be honest and say that the flags, the signs were there. All right. I don't want to say red flags because they're not red flags, but the signs were there. I just was young. I was naive. I didn't really know what I was doing. And I grew up in a very sheltered household. I had no idea that there was a lingo to this kind of stuff. Right. But the signs were there. So I'm out there. I'm doing my thing. We're having drinks. We're laughing. We're chit chatting. I feel like things are going really well. At one point, she says to me, "Do you want to keep wasting money on drinks, or are you trying to play?" And I go, hell yeah, I'm trying to play. What's up? Let's get the fuck out of here, right? But mind you, I didn't tell my friends or anybody I was coming into town, so I could only go back to my mom's house with this stranger. No. Or I could get a room at the hotel in which we were partying at. I suggested that, and she said no. That's cool. I got a place right over here on the corner. I'm staying over here. We can go at that hotel. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's go there. That was the second sign, right? Because this person told me that she lived in Miami. So why would she have a hotel room? I don't know. All right. So whatever. So we go back to her place, her hotel room, which was a motel, not a hotel. And we do what consenting adults do. It's great. I have a good time, and I mean, they had a really good time. She was definitely a professional. that was I guess that was sign number 3. She was amazing. And so we do what we do, and when it's all said and done, she's basically like, okay, how do you want to settle up? And I was stupid, naive me. I was like, oh no, it's all good. Like, you don't got to pay me back for the drinks. Like, we're chill. Like, I had a good time and whatever, and I'm go back to my home, and you can hang out, and I hope you have a great night. And she was like, no. She's like, how do you want to pay for the time that you booked with me? Time that I booked with you? What are you talking about? Like, it's just lightning goes off. I'm so sorry. Didn't know that this was what that was. Like, I don't have money on me now. Anybody who knows me knows that at that time in my life, I didn't trust banks, so I didn't have a bank account. I would just travel with the cash that I would think I would need throughout the night. And when I ran out of cash, that was it for me. I wouldn't spend any more money. I was just done. And I kept a stash of cash either at home. In this case, I left it in my mom's house because that's where I was staying at. But if I was at home, I would leave cash around my house in different areas, under my mattress, in the closet, in different lock boxes, stuff like that. So I didn't have much money on me. All right. I maybe had 60, 70 bucks, probably. And that's like pushing it, honestly. $250 is what she wanted. I didn't have that, bro. I didn't have that. So now I'm sitting here like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. I got this 60, 70 bucks. You can have that. I mean, it's only been like an hour. It hasn't been very long. I don't understand what's like, how 250. She wasn't hearing that shit, bro. She called some dude, and that freaked me the fuck out because he's like, I'm on my way, because she had it on speed. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm sorry. Let me reach around. Let me see what I can reach around. No pun intended. That's my brain doing its thing. Killer on the mic. Killer Mike. God damn, I'm good at this. Uh, so anyway, long story short, she calls this dude. I'm freaking out, like near to tears at this point. Like, I'm not afraid to sit here and say I was like 23, 24, 25-year-old, and I'm crying in this room because I'm terrified of what might happen. Like, I was terrified. This dude's on his way. I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's like starting to feel pity for me. It's just like, do you have anybody you could call? Like, and I'm like, yeah. Let me. So I call my older brother. I tell him, hey man, like, can you please go to the house, mom's house. My suitcase is over here. Blah blah blah. I tell him where my money's at. Can you please grab this? Grab me like $300, dog. Please. I absolutely need it. Bring it to me. Now, mind you, it's like 1, 2 in the morning. So thank you, bro, for picking up. And he went, he got the money. And so obviously though, my family lived in Broward County, and I was partying in Miami. So that's like a 40 minute drive, depending on traffic. So I'm here, and I'm just thinking this dude's gonna show up before my brother shows up. And when he shows up before my brother shows up, he is gonna beat the fuck out of me, man. Like, I'm losing my mind. Long story short, he shows up. He is irate. I, at this point, am crying. There is no answer or buts about it, bro. I am bawling I'm so fucking scared. I'm so scared. And this dude was just like, yo, man, clean yourself up, bro. Pull your shit together, dog. Like, chill the fuck out, man. The money coming? And I'm like, yeah, man, it's coming. I promise. I called my brother. Really pray you come. He's like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm coming, man. I'm coming. And I'm like, see, I told you it's coming, man. He's like, well, then chill the fuck out, bro. You ain't got to be scared, bro. Just sit the fuck down, dog. Just chill. And I'm like, all right. So I sit down, and I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, and the fucking girl comes over. She starts patting my legs. She's like, it's going to be okay, baby. As long as your brother comes, it's going to be okay. We can wait. It's all good. At that point, he was like, no, we can't wait. We got shit to do, bitch. So she left. And I was infinitely more scared at that point. But long story short, my brother showed up in about 20 minutes or so after that. And he paid the dude. And yeah, and he walked me back to my car like a bouncer walking a stripper back to her car late at night to make sure I felt safe. And he was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm good. He was like, "All right." I'm like, "Don't tell nobody about this." Like, I won't. And now I'm telling you guys about it. So that was years and years ago. And I haven't told any about that. I haven't. This is the first time I'm actually mentioning it. So, promises made, Rudy. Promises kept. So yeah, I'm gonna end it on that. There's some more stuff that I wanted to talk about this episode, but it's getting late. My kids got to go to bed. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff to cut from this. I know it's only really been Rudy's algorithm and the sex with men, but that's cool, right? You had fun. I had fun. Rudy, do you have fun? All right, that's what matters, dog. So love you boys, love you girls, love you theys, love you thems. See you on the next one.